You know what time it is. It's time. It's time. It's time for the pre-show hang. My name is Brian Brinkman. I'm here with Megan and Jonathan. This is the Helping Friendly Podcast. Pre-show hang for Sunday, July 31st. Merriweather Post Pavilion. Willie is hanging so hard right now. We are hanging hard too.
Yay.
I got the grill preheating upstairs right now.
Pro move.
I've got a tri-tip, dry aged, ready to go on the grill. I got some husks of corn, all purchased at the farmer's market this morning because thank you to both of you. You gave me the morning off. I was able to hang out with my family and my kids. The kids ran through the sprinklers. I bought a bunch of good produce, a bunch of good meat. I got a quiche that was colder than it should have been, and then I realized I should probably take this home and heat it up. So I heated up the rest of it, and it was actually really good when I got home. I figured that they would have heated it up for,
Yeah.
Radical idea.
presentation, but it's a little bit too much for me to ask. But we're here, the final day of July. We are 25 years from an incredible fish show in Shoreline Amphitheater, where they played an amazing version of Runaway Jim and an amazing version of You Enjoy Myself. We are 7 years from one of my favorite shows of 3.0, 731. Yeah, was it 731? Yeah, 731 2015 from Atlanta. But we are here in Merriweather. How are you guys doing? How are you guys feeling? Are you guys feeling rested after your Friday night in Raleigh?
I just want to add, we could be mere minutes away from your favorite show, 4.0.
We could. That's always the
We
fun
really
part.
could.
You never know.
You never know.
But to your question, I am rested. I am ready.
You are rested. You feel good. How about you,
I
Meg?
went and watered my neighbor's massive garden for him this morning.
Ooh.
And then
Did you pick anything good?
Afternoon.
Oh,
No.
great. Great.
And then
Perfect.
it rained all afternoon. So now your
Yeah,
neighbor has
Perfect.
mushrooms.
it's taken care of.
Yep.
How about you,
there
Megan?
go. I'm good. I'm rested. I've been alone since I got back from Raleigh. I feel like it's like a time travel. I'm like 23 or 4 again. I live alone with my dog and I'm just doing what I want, going to yoga, sleeping for 10 hours, making my own meals. I've got some lentils in the stove upstairs cooking. I'm doing great. I'm trying to do a lot of self-care before AC
It's
a
important.
lot.
That's important.
It's important.
You should definitely.
Yeah.
I was going to say, little known fact is that I have never lived alone.
Ever.
Wow.
Yeah.
Walk us through
That's
this.
what
So
happens when you
you,
have babies really young.
Yeah.
how old were you when you had your first baby?
I was 21.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not gonna
That
live
makes
alone.
sense.
That'll get you.
Yeah. That'll get you.
And you got 3
Roommates to
kids. How far
roommates.
away are you from?
My youngest
Freedom.
is 14.
So you will be like early 50s. That's
Yeah, I
Pretty
can play
good.
at Freedom.
yeah.
I can leave him alone for hours at a time.
Yeah.
Kind of great.
One of my best friends had a kid at 23, and then he and his wife were like, I don't think we want to do another one. And he's going to be 43 years old, and just like nothing in the
Empty
house.
nester. That's
He's
amazing.
gonna live his 20s and his 40s. I don't know. He's gonna be like, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
He's gonna have a lot of
I'm gonna
fun.
do it in my 50s.
Yeah.
It's a good
That'll
age to
kill
do
me.
it.
Same. It'll kill
I think
yeah,
my kids will
definitely.
all. What Ingrid will be in college when I'm like in my mid to late 50s. I'm gonna be just like my parents, just like them. It's gonna be my 60s. Those are gonna be the golden years.
Ha! You did it.
I did it.
I'll be pretty
But-
young when Gemma goes to college. I'll be 51.
That'll be nice.
Yeah.
That's a good age. You guys are gonna live up your 50s, and I'm gonna be like with like a
Yeah.
broken back, just like my 60s.
I already got
are
one
coming.
of those, so it's fine.
I'll come watch your kids for you, Brian, and you can go off, you and Susie, and I'll come watch your kids.
That would make
That'd be-
one
that'd be her
person to
vacation.
volunteer to do that. So I'd really appreciate. I would literally. That would be so wonderful. Thank you. We're still looking for 3 days of Dick's care for this upcoming Labor Day run. My sister has more important things to do, and my brother's going to the run. You know, it's
How
you have
dare
family
Oh,
together,
Kevin,
and you're like,
he's
what are you
seen a
supposed to
lot
do?
of shows
all the
this
East
summer. I feel
Coast,
like
he
he
can
can
take some
do
time
it.
off.
Come on.
He can take off Dick's, can't he?
Come on.
But we are transitioning back to Maryland. You know, I was thinking about it last night, and actually, right on cue here. Caught night one in Merriweather, but had to come home for adulting. So glad I got that strawberry letter yesterday. That is good
Yay.
move. Good move. That is important. And that strawberry letter ruled. I listened to that this morning on a walk with my dog. My dogs. I don't have one dog. I have to get multiple of everything. Took my dogs on a long walk this morning, listened to set one, and I was just like listening to the strawberry letter. One of those texts came in over my AirPods, so it like disrupted me listening to it, and I had to rewind
Sorry
back
about
to like
that.
the point where like it's okay. It was actually Megan, so I scolded her afterwards. But
Jeez, sorry.
I went back and I listened. I was like, oh my god, that drop into the jam was so amazing.
I love that jam. That was a cool jam.
So good.
Did you guys see that
Funky.
Fish released the Halfway to the Moon into Shafty, or just halfway to the moon, depending on how you look at it, as a like official video now?
Oh, they did. I saw
think
that they
that's a
did with
statement.
Reeves.
That's
Yeah,
definitely a statement.
Fish never releases statements.
Yep,
Here
that's a
yep.
statement saying we played Shafty. Everybody.
So did
Here
they?
it is.
They
Right.
I didn't see it. Did they announce it as halfway to the moon into Shafty?
Yeah, that's how it is on Livefish, and that is how they have it in their tweet to their YouTube video post. It just came out like at 6:08 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or whatever kind of time we're in now.
I saw a remark on Twitter from I am deeply sorry I forgot your last name. Adam damn it, I'm sorry.
Good old Adam.
The gentleman who does all the back end work on fish.net. You might know who I'm talking about, Jonathan.
I do, but no, I can't remember his name right now. He's just a shame because he's
such a
been
good
so
a good
kind
dude.
and got
So
me hooked
kind.
up with like a test, like the thing where the visual arrangement. Yeah, I've got fancy black cut background on my fish.net right now. It's so nice.
He tweeted something today about how adults should not be losing it on unpaid volunteers who run a fan service archive website. And I was like, you know what?
Absolutely right.
Yes,
he's absolutely
so
right.
right. He's so right.
This debate between Fishnet and Fish about what songs they've played or what they didn't play. Trust whom you want. Trust the band if you want, if it helps improve your stats, because your stats are most important. Trust Fish.net if you want the unpaid archivist. Like Scheinberg, thank you. Amazing dude.
Sorry, Adam.
Adam Scheinberg. Amazing dude.
Great dude.
All those people over at Fish.net, we know them well. They're excellent.
We know them well.
They're
we
really
forget their last
awesome.
names, but we know them well. Drew, what's his last name? He also had a good thread. Drew Hitz had a good thread up to that point as well. And that's why I tried to make that point on the show today, which is that, Fish.net has its own mission, its own purpose, and, normalizing the content. So when you look at it, you know what that means. And Livefish has its own mission that includes paying songwriters. And that changes the nature of the thing a little bit.
Quite a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I appreciate that Fish.net is staying consistent. They've decided how they're going to like rule on these, and that's what it is, which I appreciate. I get it.
It doesn't take away your show.
No, it doesn't take away your stats. Doesn't take away your show. Like even when because there have been moments where I've disagreed with it, where I think like they're saying stuff that either isn't there or is there. Of course, I can't think of any examples off my head, but there have been moments where I'm like, I wish that they would include that. And I've had conversations with that party time at one time.
Maybe quadraphonic toppling. I don't know.
Never heard of it. I don't even think that's the real song.
And they very clearly say this is how we approach this. We want to be as accurate to our interpretation and in line with historical precedents. And that's really, really important. And, You shouldn't be yelling at those people online. You just shouldn't.
Yeah, and how awesome were they to like come on the show and talk about that with us after the quadrophonic traveling thing? That was really cool of them.
This afternoon had a astute comment. If Olivia's pool sounds one way, Shafty sounds another way. This ain't Shafty. This is the whole third thing. And I thought that was amusing. Yeah.
Shafty's pool.
Like we need another layer of
Shafty's pool.
It's funny because
the Shafty.
that is actually the most accurate. That's it right there. Halfway to the Shafty.
There you go.
Yeah.
A good friend of mine was at the show last night, and when they went into the Shafty segment, he was like, "Is this Olivia's pool?" And I said, "No, it sounds like they're going into Shafty." And then like they didn't fully commit. They kind of went back to the jam, and I was like, "Actually, I think this is still halfway to the moon." And he was like, "Or is it Olivia's pool?" I was like, "No, like you will know that is a blues song.
Yeah. There's
nothing like groovy about Olivia's pool. It is like straight bar blues, and that was not that. I know that.
No.
I know that for sure. What were you guys' thoughts overall on last night? How are you feeling going into tonight?
I think tonight might be pretty amazing. I think last night was good. There were some good moments, some cool jams, interesting set stuff, but it wasn't my favorite show tour.
Same.
I mean, it's a high bar right out there now, right?
Incredibly high.
First set was great. First set was absolutely great. Second set it was not bad. Had Fuego Jam is honestly worth your $50, $80. I don't know what the hell tickets cost anymore. I just
not 50
PayPal
but...
people money. 50 for a lawn.
50.
I don't know. I think that's what the lawns in Raleigh were. I don't know.
Is it really?
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
But yeah, well then you have like $70 in fees. So don't get too excited. But yeah, I think it's worth your price of admission anyways to Fuego.
Mm-hmm.
And there was other good stuff there too. And a great encore. I mean, as they keep making me say, if you're going to play an encore, that's a pretty good way to go.
This is all rebuttals to your saying encores don't matter.
I'll take
the amusement that I have over the quality of encores that they have played throughout.
It's been great, right?
2022. It's been unbelievable.
It's so good.
You're welcome.
Yeah, seriously. Thank you.
These shows are coming on at 5:30 Mountain Time, and like my son goes to bed in the summertime between like 8 and 8:30, sometimes 9 o'clock, depending on what's happening. And last night he was up, and we knew the second set was winding down, and we were like, all right, go get the floss, go get your toothbrush. We're going to get you ready, but you can hang out here with us and you can watch the encore. And he's sitting out there in the encore, and they play Alumni Blues. We're like, you get one song in the encore. They play Alumni Blues, and then they play Little Jimmy Page. And I was like, well, technically this is one song, but it's going to be 3 songs within a suite. And then they started playing Character Zero, and my wife really likes the harmonizing part of Character Zero, where Paige sings the high part. And she was like, okay, he can stay out for this. I was like, well, now he's just staying out for the entire encore.
Yeah, he's out. Can we talk about the fact that you get your children to floss?
It's amazing.
This is impressive to me. I'm going to tell you that.
This is all my wife.
Wow. I am super impressed.
Did you guys floss growing up?
No, of course not. I grew up in the 80s and 90s. I didn't floss. I was lucky if I had like a meal.
My dentist can't even floss my teeth. And then they ask me, they're like, as they're fighting it, do you floss, sir? I'm like, please. Anyway.
I've had some pretty significant, I think I have very weak teeth. I've had like multiple root canals. I've sadly had cavities because my teeth break down. And
it's genetic. It's not because you.
It is genetic.
It's genetic. I've been going bald since I was like 20 years old, but like not fully. I can't like fully commit to it. Yeah.
I just shaved.
But
it's shiny.
I had some pretty significant dental work earlier this year, and it kind of spooked me. I was like, all right, I'm gonna floss like 3 times a day now. And it was like I was doing stuff. I was like doing what I needed to do, but I just couldn't fully take care of my oral hygiene. It's very important because, heart disease runs in the family. We're going down a road here. Let's talk about Rick.
I floss now, just let it to be said.
You floss now.
Yeah, but I didn't growing up.
I understand. I
on the other hand, just fished a bug out of my beer, and it took all of my restraint not to squeeze him and tell him to spit it out. So that's where I am.
Oh, to be south of the Mason-Dixon line, the things you can get away with.
Okay.
Hanging out with your bugs. So where were we going? I had something to say.
Let's talk about Rick's comment here.
Yes, Rick's comment. So his prediction, he's got two predictions here. Part 1, they're going to bust out a rarely played tune. He's not up on his stats. It's okay, Rick. I've got fish.net up here, but I'm not going to sit here and go through everything myself. But I feel like we're getting something good, whatever it may be. I like that prediction.
Me too.
He's not committing to a single song, but if they bust out a song, if you get that red number, on the gap chart where it's like, this is 50 plus shows, something happened. And it's all because of Rick.
And then Rick, you get to call it. Be like, I called this.
He gets to call
no
it.
No matter what it is.
Prediction part 2, they will offer up more jams tonight, but they won't pull out a 30. This is a very specific. Now we're into specific predictions. I like this. But they won't pull out a 30-plus minute jam tonight. They're going to save that for Blossom. I think he's going to Blossom for selfish reasons. Yes, I am attending this show.
It's all making sense.
It's all making sense. So I want to comment on this because I have some thoughts on tonight. Are you okay if I reveal some thoughts I have on tonight's show?
You're going to tell us what Trey emailed you about the Tonight Show?
We had a back and forth. I said, look, Trey, some people are really happy with the tour, but a lot of people are really pissed. And you got to address the people who are pissed tonight. And Trey was like, oh my God, like I thought we were doing a service for the community and everybody looks like they're loving things when we play Numberline. And I'm like, yeah, they look like it. But here's the weird thing. They look like it, but they don't actually love it. It's a very strange feature of the community. Anyway, so here's my thoughts. So there was no Sunday night show on the first weekend. Okay.
Yep.
But we got that 30-minute jam on that Saturday night. Last weekend, we had a Sunday night show. I think it's fair to say the set list was a little uneven. Not everyone's favorite set list.
But what show was last Sunday? Will you remind me?
Hartford.
There were comments.
There were comments about the set list.
But wasn't my favorite
good jamming.
But the jamming was brilliant. The Breath and Burning, the Sigma Oasis, the Wave of Hope, Song I Heard the Ocean Sing, and Blaze On. Those 5 songs. I really like
that Sigma Oasis. That was
really good. And honestly, like if I had gone to that show, I would have walked away and been like, that was one of. I know you didn't love it. That would have been one of my favorite shows because of the emphasis of jamming. That felt like a very 2.0 type of show to me. So all of that said, I went through.
That day too.
We gave away a lot of coffee.
Yeah.
I went through every single show since Philadelphia Night 1, which puts us at. So if you think that like anything since Jones Beach, say Night 2 isn't going to be played, that gives us 2 Philly, 2 Bethel, Hartford, and 1 Jones Beach. It's basically 5 shows where like we're going to start to see songs recycled from those from a repeating standpoint. And I came up with a list of 17 songs. I'm going to read them very quickly, okay? But these are the songs I think we have a chance to see tonight. And this, I think, leads to both Rick's comments. It's a little long.
A little long for a pick 5.
Did you set it up? Did you set it up in like a show order? Like, are you going to read it like it was the show?
I haven't gotten that crazy yet.
Okay.
I just want to point out that you took this morning off to spend time with your family, Brian.
I did this while my children were napping this afternoon. So here are the songs that I think are on the table tonight. Not all of these will be played, but here are the songs I think are on the table tonight. Tweezer Hood, Everything's Right, Haley's Comet, Ghost, Soul Planet, Mercury, Split Up in a Melt, AC/DC Bag with a jam, because we know that it's going to jam the second time. David Bowie, Mr. Completely, You Enjoy Myself, Sense and Subtle Sounds, Cross-Eyed and Painless, Twist, Wave of Hope, Blaze On, I Never Needed You Like This Before, and Reba. That's actually 18 songs. It's a really good 18 song show that could have some big jams, some big moments. We're never going to get anything that's that. We're never going to get that. It's just not going to happen. I get it. It's fool's errand. But there's a lot of songs on the table tonight that I think could lead to Sunday night, Merriweather, amazing show in Raleigh, up and down show last night, really good Sunday show last week, amazing Bethel shows. We could be in a really good place here tonight. What say you guys?
Jonathan, do you want to do your pick 5 first?
A heater.
Yeah, me too. Yeah,
my general comment.
Heater.
Yes. I mean, I think it's going to be a sick-ass show. I think the people who hated on last night's show because of a couple songs or whatever it is, they're going to have to eat their hats. Like, lots of hats will be chewed upon in the parking lot this evening.
But sometimes that's like a good feeling if you feel like the show, if you're going to 2 shows and the first show is just, it didn't have the consistency or the flow or whatever you want. The next night you're like, well, they're going to bring it tonight. So I don't mind that feeling sometimes.
You still got to gnaw on that flat brim if you were shitting on the first one.
Yeah. That's fair.
I remember walking into night 2 of Merriweather 2015. Night 1 was one of my favorite shows I've ever seen. And I remember talking to a friend of mine as we were walking in. We were having the exact same conversation, but it was flipped because night 1 was the show. That Saturday night was the show. And I said, here's the thing. Fish is either going to play a show tonight and it's going to reinforce that last night was one of the best Fish shows that we've ever seen because tonight's not going to be as good. Or they're going to play a better show tonight and you're going to walk out being like, holy shit. So like you really can't lose because you already saw the great show. So flipping that, tonight could be a dud. Sure, maybe things don't connect. Maybe the song selections don't. Who knows? It could. It doesn't feel that way, though, with the way that this tour has been going. And I think last time
there hasn't been a dud on this tour yet either. There just hasn't been. There's been good moments in every show.
There have been lesser sets.
Absolutely.
If you're at the ranking type, you will be able to choose some sets to put lower than others.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
That's going to happen for any tour. But I think overall,
even Fall '97.
Oh no! Don't get me started on ranking Fall '97 because I'm gonna piss some people off, but I won't do it.
Do you have a favorite show from that tour?
I would never.
Say that again.
I don't think I have a favorite show from that tour, but I don't think I regard that tour the way other people regard that tour.
We should talk about this more
as we get closer to it
because I'm really interested in I'm not interested in debating you because we're not going to prove each other right or wrong. I just want to hear your thoughts on it because that is a tour that gets, I would argue, it's celebrated in a way that you cannot say anything critical about it. And I've tried. And I got yelled at by people who have blue check marks.
Well, I have this really cool thing, Brian, where I don't give a shit about check marks or your Fish cred.
It's the best.
I mean, I just don't. I don't care. I don't care.
That's why I just want to hang out with you.
Agreed.
I just need more of that in my life.
Some pick
have you given a pick 5 yet, or have you just said that tonight's gonna be a good show?
No, you didn't. We were just, high level. Are you ready?
Do it.
So ready.
Okay. Why am I going
so ready for this?
All right, this first one is for RJ, who has a pretty good spot tonight. More.
Yeah.
The next one's for me. Bowie. The next one's for everybody. Tweezer. Then Santos and Nelly Kane, which will probably always be on my pick 5 until they play it.
Just got to keep it on there. Eventually you'll hit.
When was the last time you listened to San Nelly Kane from 6/8/2012?
It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while.
You should spin it. Really good, really good. Just
that's from
such
my
a bubbly set.
That's from my hiatus.
Yeah, I know. It's really good. They find Nelly Kane and Sand in a way that you never would have expected. It's a good pick 5. Meg, what do you got?
Okay, I've also got Tweezer. because I'm just going to keep calling it until it happens. I see tweezer happening tonight. Fee, Reba, Knucklebone Broth Avenue, and Sloth.
Those are some good pick fives. I like that.
Thanks.
I'm into all of those.
I feel like we're going to hear another Sci-Fi Soldier song tonight. Maybe it won't be Knucklebone, but...
And they haven't played Sloth since Vegas, so...
Yeah, it's been a long time. There's a lot of those songs that they played in Vegas, like a lot of the number songs and a lot of the animal songs that they still haven't played.
Yeah, but they've been creeping in.
I would really like... I just want to say really quickly, I'm pulling it up. Off of Sci-Fi Soldiers, I would really like for them to bring back... what is it called? The Inner Reaches of Outer and The Unwinding. I would greatly enjoy those coming back. Cool. Those are two of my favorite songs off of that set, and for whatever reason they haven't played it back. They haven't played those. I would love to hear
whether
that.
They play the Howling before they play the Unwinding.
I feel like the Howling is becoming like the 2022 version of Death Don't Hurt Very Long, and I could see it happening tonight in like a big jam set. All right, I'm gonna go off of the larger list that I compiled, but I'm gonna add one more song to it because I just realized in my head that they haven't played this in some time, and I'd really like to hear it. And that is The Very Long Fuse. I don't know the last time that they played that song.
Throwing that out there, just wasting one of your pick five, Brian.
Wow, they haven't played that since Powder Night.
Yeah, that's a long time. 5 years.
It's 200. When was it last played? 164 shows ago.
Yeah, when they needed a song that had something to do with powder, they went with Gunpowder.
But they played it 4 times prior to that. I think we could see that again. So I'm going to go Very Long Fuse, and that may be our bus stop for you, Rick. I don't know if you'll be happy with that bus stop. I hope that if they do that, you're happy with it. I'd be happy with it. I'm going to go with that. I'm going to go Tweezer, just to stay with the whole group here, because I think they're going to play that. I'm going to go Soul Planet, as I could totally see a big Soul Planet tonight.
Screaming through space, y'all.
Screaming. I'm going to go, you know what? Fuck it. Wave of Hope and Soul Planet. Back to back.
Ooh.
Big jams. Just to be like, how do you like me now?
Yeah. You don't like these songs? Here you go.
2 songs, second set. Wave of Hope into Soul Planet.
2 songs.
Well, hang on.
And then Trey just like throw his guitar into the crowd and like.
Does that mean the 20-minute more into Joy is going to be in the first set?
I'm so into that. 4 song show. That would be
so cool.
4-song show.
They've been pretty longer than a 20-minute more, unless they're jamming out Joy. That would be cool too.
And then I'm going to go Split Up in a Melt. It's a good 5 song.
Solid.
Couple picks from the audience here. Shermith, dude, we just need to hang out because like we're right on the same wavelength of music. The Haunted House, I don't know why they haven't played that. That song sounds like a fucking Yola Tango song. It rules.
Yeah,
I love it so much. Rick Harpua tonight. Why not?
Because
he doesn't even say hold it for Blossom. He's being generous now.
That is very generous.
Really generous. In the vein of slowed down songs to make us wonder, is Fish getting old or are they just rewriting their songs? Shermith says, Colonel Forbin with a slow funk version of Mockingbird. I don't know how you do a slow funk Mockingbird. I think you could do a slow funk Forbin, but
a slow funk Forbin actually sounds super cool.
Sounds actually really
good.
Yeah.
Forbin. Rick will be happy with any bust. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
We got
Tweezer,
here.
Back on the Train, Soul Planet, more Martian Monster. That's a good one. Craig.
Come on,
I like
man.
this pick,
right.
But come on, you're being a little unrealistic here in the best way possible. Light up or leave me alone. The best way
shoot for
possible.
The stars. Mm-hmm.
Shoot for it. You might land on the moon. You know, they're at least what they say in grade school. What else? We got anything else?
I'm excited. Shermith is taking you up on your offer.
I just saw that. It's going to be a Dick's.
That'll be cool. Come find us. We'll have a tent outside or some nonsense, talking to people.
You're going to see us, man.
And stuff. Come
we'll be
It'll be
near
hard
the
to
Cash
miss
and
at
Trade
Dick's.
tent. We'll have a whole setup. There's going to be
we'll have this
cannabis
show
companies
the
that are hanging with
before.
us. We got a show the night before. Yeah, we should probably just tell people, if you're coming to Dick's, where is it?
Come to the Larimer
Come and hang with
Lounge.
us. The Larimer Lounge, Wednesday, August 31st. Taper's Choice. You like jams? Jonathan, do you like jams?
I like jams. Do they have jams?
They jam. Meg, do you like jams?
I like jams, Brian.
They have jams.
They also
have jams.
Composed material. That is
very good composed material. And they have 4 great volumes of their music out on Bandcamp that you can purchase. Taper's Choice. Get your tickets at osirispod.com/Denver. We got to read this from Joseph.
Yeah,
Whipping
Oh,
post
boy.
on Chalk Dust
Time,
Reprise.
but Come on. Can't
It's a
battle
beautiful pick. It's a beautiful pick.
Now,
All right,
is it a
guys.
proper whipping post? Or is it like, we don't listen?
It's a tray whipping post.
Yeah,
Trey
just
was
Trey.
proposed.
Nobody else
Just
is going to
Trey.
play it. He's just going to play it.
All right, guys. Everyone enjoy your show. Thank you for hanging with us here. One last
Everybody.
shout out here. One last shout out here for plastic flossers. I'm an old
Agreed.
school flosser, but the plastic flossers, if you don't like putting your business up in there, I get it. You know, you just bing.
Bad for the environment, but very good for hygiene.
Yeah.
Everything
Love
good
your
is bad for the
planet.
environment.
Save
Everything
the
good.
energy for running your air conditioner on a hot lot.
You guys have a great one. We will see you all tomorrow when we recap night 2 of Merriweather Post Pavilion. Take care, everyone.
Bye, guys.
Bye, y'all.